Welcome to GShyt, the podcast. I'm Rhino.
I'm Giovanni.
And today we have HanaDaiisy.
Hi.
Model, singer, actress, social media influencer, president. And we also have today Lena, CEO of FloodsOfFlora and comedian with us today. So I think what we're going to do before we hop into all of the fun stuff is do
Rapid fire
first.
Yes. For sure. Before we do that, I want to say thank you for letting us on your show. We're so excited and grateful.
Beat us to it, damn it.
I know.
Usually we do it first.
We fast food.
Yeah, we is. We on a vibration frequency.
Can you break down?
Yes, so we're going to be doing
rules,
rapid fire to kind of help warm you ladies up. It's going to be just one question. You both are going to blurt it out at the same time if you'd like to. Just to kind of get you moving so we figure out so the audience can kind of figure out some quick things about you, okay? So as soon as it comes to your mind, first thing. You guys ready for it? Okay. We're going to go back and forth. I'll do the first one, you second. Okay.
All right, cool. Because I didn't notice it. Okay, cool.
Okay, ready? Favorite food?
Ramen. Key ramen.
Rapid fire. What the fuck was that?
I have so many favorites.
I know. I should have said steak. I like steak
She
better
said-
than ramen.
I want to redo it.
I
All right, we go.
medium rare.
What a comedian.
A little bit of red in the middle.
I like Korean barbecue.
Okay, all right.
That's
We
my
got
favorite
barbecue.
type of food.
Shout out Cobra, Pittsburgh.
Cobra.
Cobra. I haven't had that. All right, we got to start over.
Sorry, that was.
Oh, we're good at this show. Yeah.
Let's try it.
Welcome to Gshit. All right, no.
Start out, right?
No, it's awesome.
No, it's all good.
Oh, great.
All right, go ahead. Do it again, bro. We got to redo it.
Oh, no, we ain't going again. Second question.
All right. From here on is rapid fire.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing more. Usted.
Favorite vacation?
Beach. What am I doing this wrong or what?
No,
Yeah.
it's me.
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Okay, perfect. We're just not going to do rapid fire. Blonde or brunette?
Brunette.
Okay.
Mm.
I know you.
Ass or titties?
Titties.
Titties. She's
Wine
like,
or
we both got the
titties.
titties. So.
Wine or weed?
Huh?
Wine or weed?
Wine.
Nice.
Favorite color?
Purple.
Nice. Mine too.
Ooh, wow.
Music or
Hang out.
movies?
Music.
Nice.
Oh, Nickelodeon or Disney?
Nickelodeon.
First thing you notice when you look at someone?
Eyes. What the hell?
Favorite music artist?
Russ.
St. John.
Paris or Tokyo?
Paris.
Paris.
Yacht or jet?
Who?
Yacht. Pull up in a yacht. Ra-ta-ta.
So I want to drive a boat. You drive a boat.
Yeah, probably a yacht because small planes scare me.
I'm gonna need you to like be a little faster with the answer.
More time or more money?
More time.
More time.
More time or more money? No, I'm kidding.
She about to think about it.
We have more time to make more money.
There
Yeah.
we go.
You can't. Time don't have a cost.
All right, rapid fire.
Anyways, sorry.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Favorite season?
Summer.
Fall.
Club or lounge?
Club.
Lounge.
All you dance.
Speak every language or talk to animals?
Speak every language.
Speak every language.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I already speak to animals in my head.
Telepathic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Telepathic.
We're going to talk about, have you ever talked to a penguin before?
I would love to meet a penguin, but we only see the penguins playing in hockey. So, shout out to the penguins.
Bars!
Favorite sport? Hockey.
Usually it's like y'all survive,
football,
so
I'm
we
just
like
kidding.
I think this time we survived.
survived.
Yeah,
We
that
did
was
good this
that was
time.
dope.
You did good.
Bring it on. You got another one?
No.
We don't have no more rapid
Oh,
fire.
Well, we had some
Oh.
stupid ass ones we could go through.
Okay.
Do you want to do the stupid ass? No, we're not going to do stupid ass ones.
I don't
Why
think
did I say?
Is
my
a hot dog a sandwich?
What?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Okay, then forget it. We're good. Just keep going. No matter what you said, I was going to do that. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
for real. Obviously getting into it. Thank you guys again. We already said our thank yous, but one more time for you guys. We do appreciate your time.
We said it last.
You know, what'd you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Can you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves and where you guys are from?
You want to go first?
Sure. So hi, I'm HanaDaiisy. I was born in Teaneck, New Jersey, and was raised. Born in Teaneck, New Jersey, was raised in Pittsburgh, PA. My whole life I always wanted to be a star, and I always wanted to be performing in front of people and being on social media, and I have such a people personality that I feel like anything is possible. So that's why I got into music, modeling career, have my own business, my awesome business partner.
Holla.
And yeah, it's just been great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
I don't know where Teaneck, New Jersey is, but
Teaneck.
It's in Jersey.
Yeah. It's a place called Jersey.
you could have told me.
It's by
You could have told me it's from
New
Dungaree,
York.
New England.
Yeah.
I
30-minute
wouldn't knew.
drive from New York City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's,
Coastal.
I failed geography, so it's not like you
Me
telling
too.
me where it's close to is gonna help me
Me
understand where it's at. And
Lena?
Well, my name's Lena. I am from Pittsburgh. I used to go to Temple University, so I lived in Philly for about 5 years. And then I lived in Costa Rica and Mexico for about 1.5 years. And I think that taught me a lot of lessons, such as like minimalism and like being close with nature. Because I was like a jungle woman out there. My nails were long, my skin was soft, it was popping. Then I came back to Pittsburgh and I was like, oh, here we go again with this. But it's cool learning Pittsburgh as an adult because I left when I was 17 and I was like, bars are closed. So I used to want to be a journalist, but the Trump administration kind of ruined that because I saw like a lot of journalists I idolize blatantly lie on television, and that's like the first rule of J school, like you're not supposed to lie. So I took those skills and added it to something else. So I started doing stand-up last year, and it was really cool because I had a bunch of like jokes in a book, and I was like, you know what, Lena, I'm 25. People say this is like your life-changing year. So I was like, let's try something, and I said if they like it, cool. If they don't, I will find something else. But they liked it.
that's awesome.
That's
So,
dope as fuck.
I did that, and then I was in a couple months. I was like booking shows, getting paid, and then because of COVID, I lost all of that. I lost all my shows and all that money. So I was like, okay, we have to find a different avenue. And that's when we started FloodsOfFlora back in May, and that's been like the focus of everything I've been doing so far. So yeah, that's a little brief version.
Dope. It seems like everybody's
Like,
finding something to do in COVID. Like, well, you kind of find out who people are. Like, if you ain't got shit to do, it's because you ain't trying to do shit. If you find a way to adapt, you find a way to adapt.
Yeah.
Me and this motherfucker started a podcast. Just,
Yeah.
fuck it.
It's like force people to look at different avenues because you
Work.
realize like all the societal things aren't real, and it forces you to be with yourself and look look inside yourself and be like, okay, what am I actually good at? What do I like, and how can I combine those two things?
Dope. What made you guys want to move to Pittsburgh? You guys aren't originally from here, right? So
Yeah.
what made you guys want to? I mean, I don't know where Teaneck is. You've been all over the world. I'm just trying to figure
I
out.
am from here.
But you moved to Costa Rica.
I
right?
lived in Philly and Costa Rica.
Gotcha.
Oh, cause I lost my job in Philly.
Did you say that already?
How'd you lose your job?
No.
How'd you lose your job?
I got downsized. I used to be a host at a restaurant.
Oh, I heard something else. Must be a what at a restaurant?
And then in a city like Pittsburgh and Philly that's run by medicine and tech and architecture, for a creative girl it's hard.
Yeah, you couldn't
It's hard
go
here for creatives.
sell liquor apparently in this state either.
They don't let you do that shit neither.
You
Well,
can sell liquor in other states.
I mean, not like on the side, like it's a side hustle, but I'm saying like the only liquor store you can go to here
Oh,
is
it's wine and spirits.
that. Oh, yeah, it's the only one. It's kind of disappointing, but I know you're not from here, so what made you move here?
Right. So to answer your question, so I was born in Teaneck, New Jersey, and we lived there for like 3 years. Then we moved to Lebanon because that's where my whole entire family lives. We live in Lebanon and Venezuela. Lived there for about a year, then went back to New Jersey, and then we moved to Pittsburgh for my dad's job. So, and then kind of was up north of Pittsburgh, and I was about 30 minutes from the city. So I'd always heard about like the big city and like always wanted to like go and see the place. I'm like, what is Pittsburgh?
I like that Pittsburgh's a big city.
I'm like, I'm tired of these people.
For baby Hannah.
Yeah, this suburb shit is stupid. I hate you all. You don't know how to drive. Nobody in my town knew how to drive at all.
I don't know how to drive either.
Don't come to Tampa. Don't come to Florida.
It's okay, we gonna take you, baby.
Yeah, I'll learn how to drive one day.
Lena needs her license still, but that's what happens when you live in the city, you know? Hey, she got her permit.
Nah, we're not gonna have
I'm good at other stuff.
She said she got her permit.
She got her
I
permit.
do have my permit.
Yeah, she does.
At what age?
I am 26 years old.
Probably in. Yeah, makes sense.
Hey, Cardi B doesn't have her license.
Right.
Is she a millionaire?
I mean, that's true. Are you gonna be a
I
millionaire?
finally
You better
have-
blow the fuck up then if you ain't driving.
Well, you know what it was? I finally have enough money to afford a car, so I'm getting my license this year. Because before I was like, I'm poor. Like,
There's no
learn
point
how
in
to
doing it.
drive someone else's car.
I feel like that's something that they always make you go through like high school too. Don't they make like they do driver's ed now like as a
Well,
thing or not really?
I went to a
No.
school in downtown Pittsburgh, so I rode the city bus to school.
Yeah.
So there's no parking downtown, so I just didn't need it. And then in Philly, there's subways and stuff, so
Makes sense.
yeah. I
Okay.
will this year though. It's my goal.
What did you you mentioned Lebanon? What did you like most about it for the time that you were there?
Lebanon is so beautiful. Like, you can go to the beach and then like an hour drive you'll go to the mountains. And a lot of my family lived in the mountains, so it was just so beautiful. And living in the capital of Beirut was just incredible. And the people were they were like family. And the food there is incredible and the culture is amazing. So that's what it was like. And like I was 3 years old, so I remember a lot of the stuff that was happening there, and it was good memories, you know.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I love
So-
my hometown.
And you mentioned that you were in Costa Rica as well. What made you move to Costa Rica?
Because I've been going there on and off since I've been 15. I was an exchange student, and I was just like going like every other year.
You were that kid.
Yeah, I was that-
You were
I
the
was that
exchange kid.
kid. Yeah.
So you said the fuck away from the exchange kid. That's I'm just playing. I say that.
Exchange is cool,
Yeah, they was.
Because I lost my job in Philly, I lost my apartment,
Yeah.
and I moved back home in Pittsburgh, and I had $3,000 to my name, and I was like, I'm bored. So anytime I get like too bored, I always leave.
Just drastic
I
changes.
do something drastic every time.
Rational.
Like this. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's reckless.
Yeah.
But I was able to support myself for a whole year and a half off of $3,000. And I just
Wow.
really wanted to,
Oh, fuck.
You bougie, so don't talk
That's
shit.
true. Good shit.
and I lived a life down there. I got a little bike. I was going to the feria, which is like the flea market, like a farmer's market on Sunday, and I was vegan then. I was like a much better version
Better human being.
of myself, and I learned a lot. I learned, like I said, about minimalism, and I learned I don't need all this shit I have. I can curse on here, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hell, fuck yeah.
cool. 'Cause I've already done it
His grandma
several
watches
times.
the show, but that's about it. Like that's not that bad.
I-
It should be okay.
So it's funny because I told my grandma that I was starting this podcast, and she was like, "Yeah, I want to watch it or whatever." And she didn't know what the name of the show was, and I was like, telling her what the name of the show was, and she was like, "Yeah, what does it spell?" I was like, "GShyt." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, it spells GShyt." She's like, "Oh, that's some GShyt."
I love that.
Gangsta ass
cool.
grandma.
Yeah, grandma's
cool.
real
Grandma
cool.
shit.
Yeah. I had to spin it around on her, but I don't want to get too far away from. Well, that's what we do is we have fun on the
Oh,
show,
yeah,
but
that's fine.
the topic of, and obviously both of you have lived in some very diverse places than what I've lived before, but it seems globally we always have social issues, and recently we had the incident in Lebanon, and we really just wanted to know what was your reaction to the incident, how did it make you feel, and obviously if you have any input as well, because when I immediately saw it, like obviously coming from seeing things happen here in America, already being on an emotional roller coaster of everything that's going on, I was like, there is nothing else that can go wrong, and then now you see something like this. So what was your reaction like?
I remember waking up and then seeing the news, and people were like, "How are you feeling? Are you okay?" And I'm like, I was really devastated because I'm not there, and like my soul feels the pain of the people and what they had to go through, and seeing the videos, and I just wish I could have helped, clear up the streets, and it's corrupt, it's bad, and I'm really grateful that the French president was there to help them, and I was just trying to share as much information as I can and donate to the Red Cross, and Felipe, he's doing a great organization for the people of Lebanon, and I think that's incredible that he started something like that and wants to help my people. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if you.
I mean, I mean, I have a connection to Israel, so I feel that. Just like there's always some type of nonstop trauma that's happening in the Middle East,
Yeah.
and it's just like you're always just kind of like waiting for the next thing.
Right.
Unfortunately, and that shouldn't be the norm. But since I've met Hannah, and you know she's my sister, so I have a connection to their people now. So I'm definitely like seeing myself, especially the turmoil here in the U.S. I'm seeing myself in other people's shoes. So it made me really upset too, because I know that that's your people and that's your family. Yeah. And so that's my family too.
Right.
Yeah, it was more so like the devastation. I feel like you like felt so hopeless. I mean,
Yeah.
I seen it and I was like anybody I was next to was like, yo, this is wild. Like, sorry
and then
so
you
much.
realize how fortunate we are to live in the U.S. We have our problems, we have our issues. We're not perfect, but no one is, and we are actively working towards those issues. However, we don't need to worry about a bombing at a mall. We don't need to worry about being bombed at the supermarket. It's never, I mean, knock on wood, but like that's not a normal part of our lives.
Yeah.
And we really need to count our blessings for that.
Or just driving to those places. You can run into shit just by driving into those places.
Yeah.
They've got bombs placed in the street, so
I mean,
shit you
from
never
what
even
I
think of over here.
understood, it was it went off incidentally. Like it wasn't, it was,
They knew.
nitrous, or whatever.
They knew for 7 years. They didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, and that like those type of things, you're like, it's globally, like shit is social issues. It's all everywhere, and I mean, you both also, I don't know if
you good.
yeah,
I'll let you go.
you both also, obviously are passionate about, and it seems you guys are passionate about, a lot of the social issues that go on, the Black Lives Matters movement, the equal justice initiative. I know you posted about that.
Yeah, we raised a lot of money for that.
Do you
Talk about it?
Yeah.
So with Still City Improv Theater, I worked with a couple of my comedian friends, and we were able to raise like over $5,000 for the Equal Justice Initiative, just from like doing like a quickie little game show. So it just shows like people do care.
Absolutely.
You just kind of have to shove it in their faces a little bit, and then in an hour we were able to raise so much money.
Yeah.
It means a lot. And then a few weeks later we did another one for Black trans lives. We were able to raise a couple grand on that too. So it's just nice whenever your work can transcend into the better good, and that's a big part of what Hannah and I are about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So this kind of gets into how you came to be. There was some talks about manifestation. When we looked through your profile, there was some stuff in here about manifestation, how it's affected you. Mentioned specifically The Secret on your page as well. How have those things helped mold you, and are you in a good place with yourself? Because I feel like that's what this really has forced people to do, is think about themselves. So how has that taken place for you during COVID?
Wow, that's a really good question. The power of manifestation has definitely changed my life on an everyday basis, and it went from like me being really like unhealthy in a negative situation of my living space, living on the floor, literally like no mattress for 3 months, like not even like a year ago, and discovering The Secret and trying to switch my negative thoughts into positive thoughts and seeing my physical reality in the way that I want to see it. And without watching The Secret and watching YouTube videos, like there's this one specific person that I watch a lot. His name's Eric Ho. He is a yogi master, and he has definitely helped me in my journey and helped me manifest money, good people around me, job opportunities, a place in Pittsburgh. I was looking for months and months and months, like, I need to live in Pittsburgh. This is my people, like, these are my network, like, I have to live here. And it was the longest time, and I manifest this place, and I was like, yes, I'm so grateful. So, like, to see that, like, pictures and like old Snapchat memories of like my current situation, because I would document it all. And one day I want to come out with like a documentary of like my whole entire life about learning the law of attraction and compile it into, because I'm still living it, I'm still manifesting every single day. Every thought, everything is a manifestation.
It's the idea of speaking things into existence.
Right. So it's been a really great journey, and I'm excited to share that with the world whenever I'm ready. And I want to help people get on that path. I want people to know about the manifestations and the law of attraction and, you know, meditation and all that stuff, because it's so important to stay positive.
Absolutely.
You know, it's okay to feel your feelings. I'm not band-aiding, how do you say?
Put a band-aid on.
Putting a band-aid on it.
That was-
I have bad days, trust
Fine,
me. And
that's
I think it's very healthy to feel your feelings for sure. But I think that it's important to not get cooped up in a little blanket and
Don't
not do
stay in
anything
that
about
funk.
it. Right.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's a little bit about my...
Being able to manifest things.
I think the best thing that you mentioned was that you're still growing. A lot of people, and this is one of the reasons we really wanted to start GShyt, was because a lot of people see the end product. And they're like, oh, this person's there, they made it. And you're like, no, first of all, I'm step 1 or I'm step 2 out of step 500. You know, there's a lot more things that need to be put into it. And it's constant effort every single day. It's not a one and done type thing. It's not I turn the page or I open this door and that's it. You got to keep walking after that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like Hannah and I, like, we know we're gonna be great. So that's the reason why we don't let these little inconveniences slow us down, because we know that that's part of the process.
Word.
Like 5 years from now, whenever we have our first store with FloodsOfFlora, or sooner than that, we'll be like, remember whenever we did that pop up, that random pop up, and our tablecloth wasn't big enough, and the cooler was janky, and all that stuff. It's a long story. But, you know, Hannah really changed she helped change the way that I do live my life. I mean, before I've always been like a big optimist, just because I'm like
the annoying kind of optimist, or like,
no,
okay.
like within myself.
Okay.
Like the self-affirmation.
I hate them annoying.
I'm not annoying.
No, I'm just saying, they'd be like,
I don't like it. I also don't
aren't
like
you
people
cheer?
that-
Oh my God, come on, shut the
Like,
Shut the fuck up.
Like, that's not. Is that sugar? No, I just know, like, I always say, like, you know, shit sucks right now, but it's not gonna suck forever. Like, nothing is permanent.
I was like, that didn't make me feel better at all.
Yeah, like,
Shit sucks.
like, shit just kind of sucks right now, but it's not. It's very temporary. And
Word.
like,
Yeah.
one thing I have learned is, like, instead of saying, well, if this happens, maybe if this happens, I'm saying when this happens. Like, you're just speaking it into existence.
After this happens, next move,
After this
thinking about this,
happens,
you know what I'm saying?
We will do this instead of we're gonna try to do this, or we're thinking about doing this.
Exactly.
We are. Hannah and I do this funny thing where
I knew you were going to say it. How is it? Yeah.
We're going to edit that out for y'all, don't worry about it.
No, we're not.
we like Hannah and I know that we're gonna be living in LA sometime very soon, like probably sometime in the next year or wherever, and we'll be like, yeah, we just came back from
The red carpet event.
yeah, and now we're on our
It was
way
so
to sing-
boring.
Yeah.
Now we going to the weekend's house after party.
Right.
It'll be chill. Did you bring your swimsuit?
I did.
Okay, good. What are we gonna wear for the next event that's gonna happen whenever we go to the Grammys show?
Because you're not about the Gucci one, because the Burberry one had a nip slip last
Yeah,
time. We don't
Yeah,
want that
and we gotta
no,
go
that
to
was
the
bad.
That
we
was
gotta
bad.
go
That
to the
was bad.
fitting. Make sure
Yeah.
that shit fits. We gotta go to this. We gotta get makeup done, hair done. How are you gonna do your hair? It's gonna be great, right?
See, it's all about just speaking as if you're already there, because if you really believe that and you are true to yourself, you're true to your heart, and you keep good intentions, and you have a focused goal that you're working towards every day, which we do, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna work out. You
Absolutely.
just gotta be patient. It's all about patience.
I think that was dope, like the little back and forth that you guys do, because like
Also
I'll
freaky
say
twin
something
shit.
like that to Gio, like, bro, we about to be, you know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, bro, just chill. I'm like, come on, bro.
Oh man, that fucking shit suck. What you mean? Nobody want that. I'm playing.
Like, I can't be out.
No,
I'm
for
downplaying it, like, but you know, like optimism, staying upbeat. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely dope
Yeah.
trait to have.
Because like the great RuPaul said, if you don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else?
Can't do it. Can't
Yeah.
do it. That kind of flows into the different industries that you've been able to enter, Hannah. What's the timeline? It's like, what was the first thing that you entered when you came to Pittsburgh? Was it modeling? Was it music? You know, what got you first started?
What got me first started was modeling, and the way I got through that was I did a article about laser hair removal, and it was for a Medi Spa, Body Beautiful Laser Medical Spa. They have a lot of locations, and I was offered to be a part of the magazine, I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to model. Like, this is a perfect opportunity. My brother got the gig too, and my first gig was being a part of a magazine that I wrote the article for. Like, that really, it was so encouraging. I was like, I am worthy to be a model. What else can I do? So I was working with a lot of models for free, like building up my portfolio, and then I started charging, and I was like making money off of this. I'm like, what?
You mentioned the first thing that got you into the industry was modeling. Ryan and I will never know what that's like. Can you tell us what it's like to like be in the modeling day to day, and how do you stay relevant with that?
So when I first started modeling, it was hard because it costs a lot of money, because you're getting all these outfits ready and you're paying someone to do your portfolio, or say you're doing trade for print. It's hard to find good photographers that aren't creepy and are, you know, exploiting your images. You know, there's been a lot of scams that I've gone through, and like, it's been horrible. And I'm just like, it sucks. It does. And even if you did like agencies, there's only really 2 agencies that I trust in Pittsburgh. So all the rest are like scams. So it's tough. But I feel like if you stay consistent and you get advice from the people that have worked with photographers, and you bring a person with you at all the time, you know, just because you've worked with somebody before don't mean you just always bring someone with you for safety reasons. And yeah, just research as much as you can, and that's what it's like. I mean, modeling is a lot of hard work. It's hard. I mean, you're doing poses for long times and long periods, and sometimes photographers don't give you your images until 3 months later. So it's like, it's tough. It's tough, but if you love it, do it. And
It's tripping, because I'd have been like, yo, I need my pictures today.
right. I've worked with some really great photographers. You know, there's some really great photographers and great images that I'll have forever. So it's, but yeah. So it helps that I'm a makeup artist, so I would always do my own hair and makeup. So that's also another factor. If you don't know how to do makeup, they always recommend like getting it done or
someone.
Who got that kind of money? Just watch a YouTube video.
For real.
Yes, yeah, that's how I learned how to do makeup. YouTube University.
Shout out YouTube. You don't need my shout.
This will be on YouTube.
YouTube?
You gonna appreciate that, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's big
You're
time.
welcome,
YouTube.
Big time.
Sponsor us. Do they do that?
Probably, I don't know. And so I know you guys kind of work together with FloodsOfFlora. Is that how the partnership started? Was it from maybe the social media, the modeling, or was it something that you saw? How did the partnership kind of?
How did you weirdos get together?
Well, the quarantine. No, straight
For
up.
real?
Straight up.
Yeah.
So we were like more like
Y'all just
acquaintances.
disobeyed the laws and shit.
No, for real.
Yeah.
It forces you to be together because we.
I mean, I like that, you know, but
We have a story.
no, it's deep. Wait, what?
Um,
Exclusive Gshit podcast
Sorry.
right here.
Yeah, so whenever quarantine started, my dad like remodels houses, so we had this huge house in a neighborhood called Lorimer, and he was like, oh, you know, you can quarantine here for a couple months if you want, because like my apartment is like small, so he's like, we don't have all this room, and so I invited Hannah and my other friends, Darren and Davina, to just kind of like hang out with us for like a couple of months, and it was a really great couple of months. Like we really learned a lot about each other. But you know, Hannah started helping me with my comedy stuff because I can't do stand up anymore. We're like, okay, how can I still practice these skills? So we started doing skits together, and we have like a couple of skits, but we're gonna be dropping some more soon. So started with that, and then FloodsOfFlora didn't start until I was in March, and then FloodsOfFlora didn't start until May. And so since then we've just been like super close because we've been able to work together, party together, have fun because we're very like-minded. We're both Leos. August 16th, August 17th.
Damn.
And
Back
then
to
our
back to back.
other 2 friends,
Alright.
15th and 16th. So
17th. Yeah. So a house full of Legos, where like.
How does that work out? 'Cause I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
You don't like astrology.
I was March 13th. I don't know what that means neither.
Pisces.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to tell the story. I'm not.
Damn, bruh.
What?
She judged me, bruh. She looked me dead in my eye and said,
Yeah.
"You don't say that.
I
I
don't
don't know
judge
about
until I
that."
see the birth chart, baby.
When
What's
you
your
know-
birth time? When you
What
born?
you
When you
born
know
on fucking-
astrology,
Sun
you
signs
automatically
was
judge me. That's just how it goes.
What's your
So
sign?
Yeah, tell him.
Taurus.
I'm gonna tell you after. No.
Alright.
Aries.
Nope.
This motherfucker.
Fire, earth, or
Libra.
I'm the one at the very end of the month. Of the year, my fault.
so you're Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Hey, just like Felipe.
Oh yeah, Felipe's a Capricorn. You wouldn't know. But no, I'm gonna try to tell the story. I'm not, super good at telling stories. But when I was talking to somebody about, the study of the stars and stuff like that, and like how people always, hold so much truth in like when you were born, the time you were born, and all of that stuff. And I was like, what this shit called? I was like, ain't it called cosmetology? Somebody was like, because in my head, when you think about it though,
That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense.
It's the cosmos.
I'm standing up for my boy. That kind of makes sense.
Comics.
Cosmo and Wanda.
Your fairy godparents.
When you break it down, you study in the cosmos and the comments. So I was like, yeah, cosmetology. Like a lot of people believe that shit is so true, but I feel like
I'm sure you're good at other stuff.
I am.
Remember those
I
one
couldn't
memes
tell
where
you,
it's like,
but-
yeah,
Motherfucker ain't
Yeah,
good shit.
asparagus.
We need to hear that story since it's so funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. No, we're just quoting.
looking at a meme.
Okay, cool.
Very Gen Z.
Nah, that's alright. Whatever. We don't care.
Mayonnaise is an instrument.
Is horseradish an instrument?
Okay, so you were saying about
Oh,
cosmetology.
thank you.
Cosmetology.
The floor back because damn, I forgot where I was going, but
Okay, well,
you know,
let's
You're a
talk
good
about-
storyteller.
I'm terrible at telling stories,
I know.
but you two do seem very spiritual. You know what I mean? Like you guys already talked about manifesting things. You know what I'm saying? Astrology and stuff like that. Does cosmetology play a role?
All right, let's get cosmetology.
Astrology.
You just fucking did it again, boy.
No, this time I want to know if cosmetology plays a role. Yeah, there's astrology. You obviously got to stay on your P's and Q's, bro.
No, I caught you on it. You ain't catch yourself.
Try again.
Yeah, astrology. Does astrology play a role in Floods of Flora? And then,
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll just finish the question.
no, go ahead. No, it's too late now.
Oh, my bad.
I'm over it.
My bad.
Astrology, spirituality,
Yeah.
all of that. So,
They definitely play a role.
for sure. And with the water that we use for our sprays, we charge it with the moon's energy. Everything's energy. Energy is everything. So
I don't know what that means. Charging something with the moon. So pretty much we make all the waters in our kitchen because everything's handmade, and then we put the waters underneath the moon for like one night, and then we just get it in the morning before it gets too warm outside, gets too bright. Like I wake up at like 7 a.m. and get them out, and it just like it just takes all the energy and all of like it just makes like a pure intention whenever you're spraying it. And I'm not lying to you. One time I made a couple and I didn't charge them with moon energy. That batch did not sell very well, and then the next time I charged it, we sold out at the pop-up. So
So
it
you
just
telling
shows
me-
like how strong the moon's energy is and how strong the star energy is, and that plays a huge role. And then if you order online or if you order through us, we throw a random tarot card in there. And then you take that as you want, but we it's not as we let the universe answer.
Cosmetology is so interesting. No, I'm joking.
I hate this motherfucker. I hate this motherfucker.
I did want to ask, how many people are in the Floods of Flora gang, or do you guys have a name for it? Is it like the Floodies?
Fam?
Oh, the Flora Flam. I tried
Flora
that.
flam?
Flora Fam. I thought it was going to be the
Flora
Floodies.
fam.
Okay, Flora. How many people are in your...
Well, in total there are 4 of us. However, Hannah and I have taken over more of the business side. We handle like the analytics and the ordering and like all the not so fun paperwork.
That was a serious ass look. I believe that.
No, that's but our other 2 partners, Darren and Davina, they help as much as they can with like the setup. They helped us lock the pop up, They like help like keep our energy going, like promotion. So we all do it as a group, but we all have separate roles.
Gotcha.
But you know, I'm thankful that I have so many people on my team because it's hard to do something by yourself.
Yeah, you lying. When you have people in your circle though that you can count on, that's what's really the main thing about it. The tribe, I think, is what Ryan was kind of talking about.
It's our tribe.
Exactly.
Because your tribe defines your vibe, and your vibe will tell your tribe.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm definitely editing that out. That was lame.
And then,
I can't stand this.
but you know, if you have people around you that you trust, then it's easy. It's easy to bring people along with you. Because I'd rather eat with my team than eat with a bunch of strangers.
Absolutely.
Facts.
What is the goal for the company? What is the goal for that line, or
So
maybe even broader than that?
I would say, like, I'll give you the short. So, like, right now we only have our sprays, because that's the easiest thing for us to make until we get more funding. But once we do, like, around October, we're going to be coming out with a body butter, a facial oil, and probably some kind of scrub, so look out for that. But I would say, like, the 5-year plan would be us having a store where we sell, also I want to make a FloodsOfFlora because it's a big umbrella. So eventually I want to be able to sell, like, some, like, very natural makeup, teas, that we make from the herbs because we don't like to waste anything. And we also sell smudge sticks. We sell that right now.
Yes.
Smudge sticks.
It's a smudge stick.
So you know what sage is, right?
Yeah, it's a little burning thing.
Yeah. So
I know that.
sage is actually endangered. So,
What?
Yeah. You shouldn't be using white sage, guys. It's
Save the sage.
It's ruining the rainforest.
Save the
when you
sage.
do that.
Save the sage.
Same reason you don't eat Nutella, palm oil. Don't do that either.
Fucking hate Nutella, man. That shit
Yeah.
sucks.
So,
For real, I don't like it.
But yeah, so we don't waste anything. We use all of the herbs that we use. So all of our smudge sticks are made with leftover herbs. So yeah, and my ideal plan would be, you know, we have stores in like major cities, and then I would like to like have like a separate one in Costa Rica where we grow like the best herbs with the richest soil.
Nice.
But my fire escape ain't so bad right now.
Nice.
But we're working with what we have.
You gotta work what you
And,
got right now.
We're just really trying to create opportunities for queer folk, people of color, and just creatives who have a hard time breaking into the industry. So all of our models are friends of ours. All of our photographers are friends of ours. We work within our circle so that whenever we come up, we use the same people and everyone can come up.
Word.
Because I'd rather have a circle around me that I trust and I love and I know have my best interest in mind than hiring a stranger. I'd rather help my team before I help a stranger, which I'm still open to doing.
Word.
But you know, it's nice when you can come up with your friends, and I think that's a big part of what we're trying to. But whenever you are like a queer person of color, even, you know, we don't have the same opportunities. People see our names on a resume and they throw them out, or they overlook us, or our talents aren't being taken seriously. But I know that my friends are talented. I know that we work hard, but I know that we are disadvantaged. So that's a huge part about who we are and why we made this company. We want everyone to feel represented. We want everyone to feel like we made this for you. We want everyone to be able to use it, which is why we use all natural products, very natural preservative. It took me a long time to find a natural preservative. So we just do everything from the heart, and we have good intentions, and I think we're gonna go really far because, you know, we keep it pure, we keep it natural, and we trust the stars.
What is the dynamic between you two? Like, starting a business with your friends is an adventure in itself. And I just kind of wanted to understand how is it you guys like delegate your work out? Who does what? How do you find that out? Where do you guys bicker?
No ideas.
I mean, we just, being friends, you kind of find out what people are good at. Like, I know that.
Nothing. I'm
So,
sorry.
like, Hannah handles a lot of, like, our finances and analytics because she understands numbers. She's good at that type of stuff. But she's also a people person. She's very social media savvy. So I let her kind of take over the marketing and the financial things. Whereas, you know, having, like, a journalism background, I know how to talk to people. I'm very outspoken and I'm very friendly. So I know how to get things out there. I know how to make people feel comfortable with our product. And I'm very organized when I do have something that I'm passionate about. So I make sure that we always have things in stock as much as I can. I make sure that I'm on top of it. I do something every day for our business to make sure that we succeed. And I think the biggest thing is where people may make issues with having business with their friends is they're afraid to have open and honest conversations. I will say me and Hannah's relationship isn't perfect all the time. Me and Davina and their relationship isn't perfect all the time. Everyone, it's normal to have small fights. It's normal to be upset. As long as you don't stay in that for too long and you come together, you're able to have open and honest conversations. And at the end of it, you say, "I love you."
Oh, that's so nice.
It's all about love.
Yeah, and you know that whatever fight you're having is not worth your friendship, because you know I spent this long building it. This business and our success is far more important than some stupid tiff that we had. And that's one thing I've been working on is like my anger issues, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better with this group because I'm like, okay, Lena, this isn't the end all be all. You don't gotta cut people off because you're mad. That's not smart. You gotta think smarter. You gotta look at the bigger picture. And that just comes with maturity, and it comes with knowing that you are not perfect and you be tripping sometimes too. You gotta look at yourself like, maybe I'm tripping. So you just have to have open and honest conversations, and don't be afraid to speak your truth, and don't be afraid to be honest, because at the end of the day, you're gonna work through it if it really matters. Yeah. And my relationships matter, my friendships matter, my business matters way more than a temporary feeling that I have. So I think that's really the key to, you know, having this with friends and securing things and having long-term relationships.
Hannah, how would you answer that?
Yeah. How has this journey been for you?
It's been great. I've always been very business oriented. Like, I went to school for business. I've worked retail at a salon. I was a part of, you know, being my own boss, working behind the salon chair, and I know what it's like because I used to, when I was little, I used to sell knives.
So what?
So I used to sell knives, yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
I used to sell knives in high school, which is like Cutco. So I would go door to door and like sell kitchen knives. So that was like my first business experience was in sales.
Like a ninja.
Like a ninja. I had to deal with rejection. I dealt with like all that stuff. So I think that's what built me into this industry of having my own business. And Lena's a very natural born leader, so it's great to have a leader in the group of the pack that helps us, you know. So it's great, and I think that with minds that think alike, it just works out. It's beautiful.
I think you both alluded to, you know, this sparking from some of your interests and passions. Obviously, we talked about spirituality, manifestation. Are there any other side hustles that you all have? And I know another thing that we also talked about is you all going to LA. Is there any other interests, any other side hustles that you all are also trying to pursue to make this dream work?
Yeah, so in September, I'm starting a computer coding and programming class. And I'm doing that because
random as hell compared to everything else, but it's dope.
Well, you realize that you have to. It's better to have as many skills as possible. My dad always said, "Learn how to do everything, so you don't have to hire nobody." Or if you do hire somebody, make sure they're doing it right. And I mean, having computer skills, having a hard skill is very important, especially whenever you live in a city like this that's very tech and media driven and medicine driven, because if you don't have those skills and you have a liberal arts degree or you don't have a degree, it's very important to have something that you know you're going to have a job. And I'm able to use these skills to build my business, where now I can, if I have the skills, now I can make my own website. I don't need to hire someone to help build my website for me. I'll make it. I'll make my own app. It'll be interactive. It'll be great. It'll be everything that I wanted because I know how to make it. And then I'll spread that skill to everyone that I work with and everyone that I care about, because these skills are very important. And yeah, so that starts September 22nd. I'm excited. I'm gonna hate it.
She's gonna love it. Oh no, she's talking about.
It's gonna be great.
She gonna love it.
I'm gonna talk it in there for you.
See, I gotta catch her sometimes. Hey, you're gonna love it.
That's the beauty in the partnership.
And then, you know, building a business is hard and it's not profitable at first. You're gonna be poor for a minute. And that's okay. Because, you know, you look at these times, you're like, remember when I had to work all these jobs to help support my business? So if I'm able to get a more steady job while my business is growing, I'll, one, be able to support myself, my lifestyle, and I'll be able to invest in my business so that my dreams can happen sooner. I mean, being a bartender is cool. That's what I've been doing. But it's not making me the bread and security and the financial security that I need. So yeah, that's a new skill I'm trying, so I could definitely secure a different part of my career.
What about you, Hannah? Is there any other side hustles, any other things that you're doing to make this dream a reality?
So right now I do music, and I am inspired to just do it myself, record my own music and produce my own music, and just, I'm tired of waiting on people. It's always just been a process of waiting on people, and I think that
True that.
the best thing to do is to learn how to do it yourself. So I want to have my own little studio and make my own beats and just have full rights to everything.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And my EP is going to be coming out the end of September,
Let 'em
and
know.
I'm super excited for people to hear my music and, treat this as a serious thing, because I only really have 2 songs out, and I want people to see me as an artist, and it's my passion, it's my love. So
We are wrapping up for our last question. So, Gshit was made because of how people say it and their purpose to say it. So when you were talking to your homeboys, you're talking to your homegirls, you're talking to people, you'd be like, no, but Gshit, and you'd say whatever it is that you really wanted them to understand. So from your guys' perspective, what is some Gshit that you would give to the audience? What is something that you want to pass down to them? What's something that you think everybody should know, and that could come from you that's inspiring too?
Don't be afraid to be flawed. A big reason why it took me so long to find my niche and to find what I'm really passionate about is because I wanted something to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be perfect because there's always room for improvement. And if you, like with my comedy, I had a bad show, but I didn't beat myself up. I said, okay, what can I learn from that? You gotta take your mistakes, learn from them, and learn how to do it better next time. Listen, the road to success is not smooth. It's not a straight up line. If that was the case, everybody would do it. But people aren't successful because they discourage themselves and they say negative things about themselves. Think about it. If you wouldn't say something negative to a friend, why would you say that to yourself? You saying I'm...
Say it for the people in the back.
Like I suck, I'm worthless. Would you ever say that to your friend? No.
Well,
I mean...
I didn't like him
in a
that for a long
healthy
time.
relationship.
Oh, healthy, no.
So yeah, it's the road to success is paved with road bumps.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
But you just have to keep in mind, if you know you have a goal and you're willing to work on it, you're willing to gain gain a new skill set, you're willing to work with people that you trust, and you keep a good circle around you, you're gonna be successful. It might not happen today, it might not happen next year, but if you don't give up and you realize that you're not perfect and there's room for improvement, there's nothing that you really can't do. I mean, look at Donald Trump, he got to be president.
That's a bad example, guys.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's okay, though. Hannah, what about you? What's some Gshit? Damn.
To always just be yourself, never to be afraid to just be yourself, and do it for the love for only yourself and not to impress other people. I learned that because, I used to try to make music that sounds like people would like it, but really you should just make it for yourself. And just always be genuine and treat people how you would like to be treated. Facts. That's facts right there.
I learned that in 3rd grade.
Gshit.
Treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
To-
Good things
to get
take
up
time,
there.
baby.
Ain't no-
Yeah.
That's true. You
Cool.
got anything else?
Nope. We're good for that. If you guys want to shout out your social medias real quick, just put those out there so everybody knows what it is.
So you can follow me at AyeLenaK, AyeLenaK.
Yep.
And then our business page is FloodsOfFlora. I'm not going to spell that. So Floods.
We're going to put it in the
Flora.
caption. We're going to put it on the
you
video.
can put it
We're going to do
below.
that. Yeah. We're going to do that.
Yeah, go ahead and make me an influencer. No, I'm kidding. You can follow me if you want.
Hannah?
My Instagram is HanaDaiisy with 2 I's, HanaDaiisy, and the rest of my social media is just HanaDaiisy. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube because I'm gonna be uploading some content on there. Thank you.
I got it ring out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys again for being our guests.
Thank you.
Can't wait till this episode airs. It's going to be some fun shit.
For real.
All right.
Sorry. Holla at y'all later, Gshit.
Shit.
Shout out to Miss Piggy.